24 hours of a full moon party. There are plenty of ways to plan out your full moon party experience, but I'll just cut to the chase and tell you, we did it the best way. The full moon party is a once-a-month extravaganza on Hadron Beach on the island of Koh Phangan. Anywhere from 10,000 to 30,000 neon-clad backpackers gather on the beach once a month to drink, dance, and generally lose their minds under the full moon. An old wise man once said, don't shit where you eat. Well, this wise-ass young woman says, don't party where you sleep. So instead of spending the night on the party island, we stayed on Koh Tao, which has a chiller vibe and way cheaper rooms. Plus, there's a super easy ferry you can take from Koh Tao to Koh Phangan, and then from Koh Phangan to Koh Tao the next day. We started our full moon party prep at 10 a.m. on Koh Tao. Then we hopped on a truck, which took us to the dock, which took us to the boat, which then took us to Koh Phangan, where we then had to hop in another van to get to Hadron Beach, where the actual party is. This sounds like a lot of travel, but all in all, it's about an hour and a half, and it's totally worth it. Just be sure to buy your tickets then for the next day, so you're not stuck on Koh Phangan. So after only about an hour and a half of transit, we got there. We're here. We made it. First step, food. More made to order right in front of you pad thais, just like in Bangkok, except here it was $2, because, you know, event pricing. Nothing says ready to party like a belly full of pad thai. Next step, wardrobe change. You cannot be at the full moon party unless you look like you were fully attacked by a band of highlighters. We're talking neon everywhere. Next step, step out onto the sand. There are tons of light up magicalness, from headbands to hats to even things that you can get painted on your body. This is where the magic happens, or will be happening very soon. As the night went on, more and more partiers began to materialize. And once the sun set and the moon came out, this place turned into a magical adult neon playground. Buckets. Next step, buckets. A bottle of shitty booze in a bucket with ice and a mixer, most likely some off-brand Red Bull. And then face paint. Lots and lots of face and body paint. Then more buckets. Buckets are as ubiquitous to the full moon party as neon, and they supply the liquid fuel that keeps the party going literally all night long. And more buckets. Any flavor, any liquor at about $8 a pop. And more buckets. What's the full moon party in 3 words? Drinking, dancing, dancing, drinking, dancing, and more buckets. I'm just gonna let this play unedited for a few moments so you can see what it's really like being at a full moon party. And then the next thing, suddenly, sunrise. Then we hopped back in a van to the dock and took the 10 a.m. boat back to Koh Tao, where we stayed in our air-conditioned dark rooms, recovering for 2 days. Two days. That's it, 24 hours of the full moon party. We survived it, just barely, but we did. Sure, the full moon party probably caused irreparable damage to our livers and bank accounts, but it was fun, like really fun. So if you ask me, is the full moon party in Thailand worth it? Hell yeah it is. Stay tuned for some quick full moon party tips after this. Coming up next is India. Yeah, finally India. Subscribe now for new videos every week, and thanks for watching. So thanks for sticking with me. I just have a few quick tips, and I have notes on my cell phone that I will be reading from. Tip number 1, stay off the island. I know I talked about this in the video, but you want to book a room and a ferry in advance from a neighboring island. You don't need to book these online in advance. It's just you need to go to the island and then book it there. So if you want to go to Koh Tao or if you want to go to Koh Samui, just go to the islands and find a place that you want to stay there, and then get your ferry to go to Koh Phangan in advance, and to make sure you buy your return ticket, so you know that you can get there and you can get back. It's not an issue. 2, wear tennis shoes. For me, I wore Chuck Taylors and they were perfect. And you could wear whatever Nike hiking shoes, whatever you have. But people are drinking. They try to keep glass bottles off the beach. Obviously, it's a party with 30,000 people. There's not much you can do to, mitigate that risk. And there are broken glasses a lot of places, and one of the most common things that people get hurt while they're at the full moon party is slicing their foot open on a beer can or a beer bottle. So I would avoid that if possible. 3, don't bring any valuables. I know that I brought my GoPro, but other than that, just bring like the cash that you want to spend. Like, kind of see it as when you go to Vegas, like, this is cash that I don't care if I have or not by the end of this. You want to just make sure that what you bring, you're probably going to spend, and if you're not going to spend, then you could get it lost, and if you're not going to get lost, there's possibility of getting it stolen. Don't bring your passport, don't bring credit cards, don't bring things that would suck should you lose. When I took my GoPro, I had cleared the memory card, so if I lost it, I was fully prepared for that. So don't, bring your iPhone with 7,000 photos and then lose it, because that would suck if it's not backed up. So if you're gonna bring it, back it up, and if you don't need to bring it, leave it at home. Leave it home. No big deal. MBB. 4. I didn't highlight this in my video, but if you go online, you'll see there's fire dancing at the full moon party, and that's really awesome to look at. Probably a terrible idea to play with. Even with my drunk bad decision making, I went nowhere near those jump ropes or the fire throwing situation, because another incredibly common injury is getting burnt with fire, and that would completely be the biggest buzzkill ever. So please avoid the fire, leave it to the professionals, and enjoy the show. Stay out of the ocean. Oh man, so this is true. Like, you'll see while you're there, all of the guys will be peeing in the ocean. That's not where you want to be swimming. Like, no matter how drunk you get, that's not a good idea. Even if you don't personally see people peeing in the ocean, I will tell you they will. So don't go in there. There's also a really crucial riptide that can happen along the coast. You can see it. Well, you can't see it because it's dark, but if you were there during the day, there's a rip. So you can get dragged out. You can drown. So don't go in the ocean, no matter how drunk and tempting it is. It's full of pee and riptides. So please stay away. It's a selling point. And the final thing is, oh no, not final, we have 2 more. Prep in advance for the next day. This is crucial and something that I don't see in many blogs or in videos talking about. Like, the next day you're gonna be hungover as hell. So not only do you wanna make sure that you can get off Copenhagen, because it does sell out trying to get off of it. So you already want your ticket to get you off the next day, but you wanna maybe splurge and get a place that has air conditioning. And maybe if you really wanna be nice to yourself, buy some juice and buy some fruit and put it in your room before you go out that night or that day. So when you come back and you're hungover as hell at 10 a.m. and all you want to do is die under the covers, you can just blast the air conditioning, drink some mango juice, and eat some whatever you have that's there, basil flavored chips, because they have them there and they're actually pretty good. Hungover Lindsay will be very thankful for sober Lindsay doing this before drunk Lindsay ruins everything for the next 48 hours. So put all of food, Oreos, and drinks in your room and try to splurge and get one with air conditioning. And the last thing, have fun. The full moon party is such a good time, and it's such a good way to bond with the new travelers you've just met. All in all, backpacker first choice. You guys have any comments? Leave them below. Have you been to a full moon party? Do you have any questions about a full moon party? Let me know, because I want to help you out. I had a great time. It's so much fun. And thanks so much for watching, and talk soon. Bye.